Na numanya safomitsimia is the introduction to Lion King. We are reviewing Jurassic World, which has absolutely nothing to do with that, so...
It's not about control.
Good.
You just went and made a new dinosaur?
Probably not a good idea. Just killing for sport.
Years after the events of the original Jurassic Park, they created a new park.
Expectations be lowering because they have seen so many dinosaurs for such a long time. Because you know, if you go to the zoo and you see a giraffe, you're like, oh my god, it's so beautiful.
And then
but if
you
you see it
again
for 5 days in a row, it gets kind of boring.
Yes.
Believe it or not, that's how this world depicts that what will happen if we release dinosaurs onto an island. And so they try and create a giant in this new park called Jurassic World. And they throw all that shit in your face. Because when we're opening up into the movie, we don't see dinosaurs when it goes. We see buildings.
Nice.
Lots and lots of buildings.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's a very, very important moment because of the theme. And Chris Pratt's like, welcome to Jurassic Park. And then no. These two kids are important to the movie in some way. They just need two kids.
Yep.
They need some sort of vulnerability. I said a long word. There's one little kid who's so excited to see dinosaurs. His older brother, who is, you know,
like
a teenager.
Yeah, an over-exaggerated version of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, these two little kids go on a boat, go to Jurassic World, where their auntie, who the head of the park or the head of some sort of
marketing
bullshit, she's kind of like a bitch, and she's only, focused on her work and not the little children who come scuttling along. And the mum gets really sad, blah, 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 blah. And then guess what? There's another plot. There is the head of the park, I think the one who funds it. He gets in a helicopter, and then we meet Chris Pratt, who has been in the last, 100 movies. So yeah, he is the badass of the film. He is the badass. He is basically training the raptors to, not be assholes. It's actually not a terrible concept until Kingpin comes along. and he's like,
I want these raptors as military.
Yeah, basically he's the biggest cartoon character in a movie
ever,
and he is the one who wants to make money off of it. We meet the Indominus Rex, who's a big white T-Rex / raptor looking thing that camouflages and is basically just OP. It's just the meaning of OP.
We've spent way too long in the story.
Yeah, so
let's get into the actual review.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't as good as the first one. Let's just say that
it captures the spirit of the first one, I must say.
Yeah.
Like the last two were kind of like, the second one was darker, then the third one was just like a horror thing. What the hell was it?
The first one was amazing, magical, mystical, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. The second one,
but had elements of horror in it.
And yeah, it has a fucking T-Rex in it, and so yeah, that's why it's good. And so the second one was Jeff Goldblum, basically just Jeff Goldblum masturbating on T-Rexes. That's the best way I can sum it up. Third one, which no one really wants to explain that monstrosity. Yeah. No pun intended. We get into the story of the film, and it starts getting hectic, and basically what you would expect. They break loose. A bunch of dinosaurs break loose, especially the Indominus, and they go hunting. Vincent D'Onofrio, who wants to get the raptors to fight the Indominus because it's escaped on the island, and so Chris Pratt is like, no, but he does it anyway. So they go on a little bike ride with the Velociraptors, that's what you see in the trailer, and they get to the dinosaur, and the dinosaur's a raptor, and they all turn against the humans, and blah blah blah, fight, and then the end scene. The ending scene was the best bit in the movie because it's got a fucking T-Rex, and it's got a Indominus Rex, which is so much less cool.
And I can safely tell you it's the original T-Rex from the original movie because it has scars on it.
They try and like characterize one of the raptors named Blue, and we all love Blue, and so Blue and the big T-Rex team up to fight the Indominus. They didn't pull a Jurassic Park 3 on us and by killing off the T-Rex.
Yep.
They made sure that we continued on with our lovely T-Rex fantasies, like I do. They made the T-Rex and the Velociraptor destroy the Indominus, but not how you think. They got the Velociraptor to ride the T-Rex.
What? Did they? When?
They rid the T-Rex for at least 3 seconds. They were just about to get the Indominus and kill it, but then it goes up to the water's edge, and what comes up? The sea monster.
Or the Mosasaurus.
Or the Mosasaurus, and it comes up, and it chomps it down, basically what you know.
Yummy.
Yeah. Everything gets resolved, and the T-Rex does a beautiful, like... Let's talk about the science for a second.
Which is kind of bullshit.
The Mosasaurus was not actually that big. It was that big. It was so much smaller because the Mosasaurus was 10 times the size of the small Mosasaurus that was real. And it didn't have that many teeth. It didn't freaking chew on great white sharks.
It wasn't like a xenomorph that had like two mouths.
Yeah, it was nothing like that. So let's go back to the original Jurassic Park. Velociraptors were tiny little chicken creatures. Why didn't they just call it Utahraptors, which are so much bigger? They're even bigger than the Velociraptors in the movie, but each single one had feathers. Why did they give them scales?
The original movie was released.
Okay, we can let it off because.
But yes, Jurassic World. It was released after the scientists discovered all this crap about dinosaurs.
Well, actually.
After, yes, but they needed to keep consistency with the original movie, so they don't. Yeah. Well, consistency with the original movie, consistency.
But there were some scientific discoveries made for the first movie. Like like how the T-Rex did have feathers.
Well, all dinosaurs had feathers.
Well, not all dinosaurs have feathers, but about 90% of them did have feathers because they are actually the chicken is the closest relative to a dinosaur that live in our age. Believe it or not, it is not a croc and it is not an alligator. They are not that close, believe it or not. Yes, dinosaurs were reptiles, but they were also feathered creatures. Yes, reptiles can have feathers, at least back then. And, yeah, the T-Rex was the only thing that they got right because, you know, it's the T-Rex.
Well, you've done a lot of research.
Yeah, I'm paleontology. Yep. Yeah, love that shit. That's really long review and stupid review, but we loved it and I loved it. And thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Oh, what was that little thing I came up with? The cheesy line. Was that? Oh yeah, okay. See you later, movie lovers. Like, subscribe, and all the others.